All right, let's do this. What's up, everyone? My name is AJ Wrights Crypto. It is Thursday, June 20th. Already, it's Thursday, last day of the live stream. Siri in the top right of my, I pressed the button that Siri's. Stop listening to me, Siri, crazy little lady. But yeah, dude, so much preparation. So I get on an airplane and fly to Barcelona tomorrow. It does not feel real. It does not feel real. I get to interview in person Stacy and Mark and John from Algorand. Like, what? It doesn't feel real yet. It will feel real here in a little while, I'm sure, but right now it just doesn't even really compute. I mean, Decipher starts in 5 days and 8 hours, guys. 5 days, 8 hours, in 26 minutes exactly, to be honest with you. And yeah, so I will be, on the fly, making content over there, and then we're going straight from Barcelona to Vegas for UFC 303. Unfortunately, Conor McGregor dropped out of the fight, but I'll still be there. And then after that, I'm flying to Maryland, and then I'm going to the Redbud National in Michigan with my dad, and then I'll be back here in Atlanta land July 8th, July 9th. So we will be on the road here for, 2 weeks. There will not be a live stream every single day, especially the days where, we're at the conference or, in the air flying, like no live stream tomorrow, stuff like that. But I will, keep you guys updated on when we will do live streams. They're going to be jumped around on time, but I will do live streams when I can for sure. Especially the week once we're back and I'm in Vegas and Maryland and stuff, I will certainly do a live stream probably like that Monday, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that, the next week. But I will certainly do some live streams live from Barcelona, probably Monday, Tuesday at the very least. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Really, really looking forward to it. Hey, shout out to Tristan Gage, made 25% on an H-bar long. That is absolutely amazing. Someone said in the chat talking about no Paul Tyson fight. Yeah, I think it got pushed back actually, and I actually know that Jake Paul is fighting no other than Platinum Mike Perry. Shout out to Mike Perry. I met Mike Perry a couple times. He's Team Market Cipher. He is also sponsored by Market Cipher, like I am. Big shout out to him. Big shout out to Crypto Face. And I'm actually kind of scheming. It's in Tampa, Florida. I think July 20th. I think I'm scheming to go to the Platinum Jake Paul fight before Bitcoin Nashville. I think that's what we're working on doing. That would be really cool. I'm also talking to my other sponsor here, BAZED, right here, about getting the Platinum Mike Perry versus Jake Paul fight as a bet on their sports betting. They have very extensive sports betting in terms of you could bet on darts and pool and e-racing and all this crazy stuff, along with, football and basketball, all the normal sports, right? And they also have like UFC fights and stuff. So I'm like, hey, you got to get the Jake Paul fight. So they are working on getting that. So if you want to bet, I'm going to bet probably north of $10,000 on Platinum Mike Perry. Platinum Mike Perry is going to demolish Jake Paul. And if you want to sign up and get in on the action, click the link down below, sign up for BAZED Bet. I'm pretty sure they will have that fight. We still have we're a month out from the fight, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to get it on there. So very excited about that. All right. So someone asking, are you at Rare Evo this year? Yes, I am. I am 100% at Rare Evo this year. I'm super excited for Rare Evo number one. I talked about this yesterday, but I do want to talk about it today as well. Rare Evo is going to be a great time. Great time. This was, kind of the layout from Rare Evo last year. I'm speaking at Rare Evo. I'm not going to say with who or what yet, but it's going to be really awesome. It's at the Caesars Palace in Vegas, August 15th through the 17th. There's a link down below in the description so you can get 5% off on your tickets to go to Rare Evo. I'm also doing a giveaway on the channel that gives away one ticket with a +1 for Rare Evo. The thing is, I'm only really offering it to people who like live in the Vegas area or it's not hard for them to get to Vegas because it's just the ticket. It does not cover an airplane. It does not cover a hotel, but it will get you in the conference. And it is, that's an expensive ticket. So if anyone wants to get in on that or lives in the area and would like a chance to go, send me an email to my Telegram group email, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. and I'm going to put however many names I get over the next week into, a random number generator and pick a winner from that. So if you want to get a free ticket to Rare Evo and you can travel and all that, there you go. So super excited for Rare Evo. Also, just a quick thing, I also have a link in the description below for Bitcoin Nashville, July 25th and 27th. And July 27th is my birthday. That's my birthday. I'll be at Bitcoin Nashville. Maybe someone will throw me a party. I don't know. But yeah, I also have a link down below. You can get 10% off for Bitcoin Nashville with my link down below in the description as well. Guys, make sure you make an effort to go to crypto conferences. If you're out there and you've never been to a crypto conference, make a change. Make it happen. Crypto is impossibly difficult. I couldn't imagine doing it by myself. You need people along the way. That's the places where the doors open, where the opportunities present themselves. Trust me, it'll change your life. It's a great time. My wife's is the 26th. Mr. Mojo says we're both Leos, AJ. You're damn right. Damn right. Shout out to, I know a couple people are in here, the chat, because Big Pay is going to come on the show here in probably about 6 minutes. We're going to have Big Pay on. Big Pay, really, longtime friend of mine in crypto. We met early on in my journey at Hit Network. He is, Cardano guru, man. He knows everything there is to know about Cardano. And I have a lot of respect for him. And lately he's been working on his own project called Atrium Lab. I'm not sure exactly how they sometimes they say Atrium, sometimes they say Atrium. I'm going to have to ask him that. But yeah, but there's a lot of really big news around that project, and I really support what he's doing. He's a big friend of mine. So if you're here for Big Pay, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll bring him on in about 5-6 minutes. Super excited to have a conversation about that. SWFL says, I feel like the Jake Paul fights are rigged. Not sure I would be betting on that. Listen, Mike Perry ain't going down for no Paul brother. I met Mike. I know Mike Perry. I know people who really know Mike Perry. He ain't. No. No. Yeah, no. I'm very, very excited for that. Sweet. So yeah, so I do want to, kind of talk normal crypto stuff. Obviously, we will get into the charts a little bit today. Also, guys, keep in mind, since I'm flying out tomorrow, the members only live stream that is normally on Fridays is today. I'm going to go ahead and say today at 1:30. Today at 1:30, the members only live stream. So if you see everybody in the chat, the people that have that little badge next to their names, those are people who are members of the channel. And with that badge, it's $3 a month. You get access to an extra live stream, and that extra live stream is completely aimed directly at my private Telegram group and all the positions, all the trades that we target over there all the time. We basically go over mostly each and every one of them from the week before and talk about what we did right, what we did wrong, how we can get better. And then, of course, we go over and talk about, all the what we can do to get better and the future positions as well. Also, I wanted to pull this up for you guys as well. 1 second. Lately I've been posting some pictures of successful positions from the group. And since I started posting them on the stream, I've been doing nothing but getting more and more and more emails from happy people from the Telegram group saying, dude, look at this trade over 65%. This is crazy. I do have to have a talk with this person, though. We never trade on cross. I always say only trade on isolated, and his leverage was way too high. Way too high. We're going to have a conversation with that folks. We're never more than 10x. And always go isolated, not cross. But I said I'd give them credit. They got it right that time. Congratulations. But we obviously need to have another conversation about how to approach each trade. But nevertheless, I'm very proud of everyone in the group who's knocking out trades and is really excited to, send me their wins and post, they're proud of it. That's cool. That's amazing. Yeah, 1:30 EST. Exactly, Francesco. Sweet. All right, so one more thing really quick. I did just want to take a quick overview of the market because I was looking at a lot of charts this morning and things basically have came up to test the bottom of the levels and basically got shut right back down. So I also will want to talk to Big Pay a little bit about where he is with crypto right now. What's his strategy? I kind of want to learn a little bit about what he's doing as well, because a lot of the altcoins have been taking some pretty pretty big hits here. Bitcoin, when you see Bitcoin in the 64s, that's really not what you want to see. That's Bitcoin underneath massive support resistance. You know, kind of scrolling through here, a lot of things are kind of right around where they were yesterday, and some of them a little worse. You know, and you kind of really want, now is really the time you want to zoom out and think to yourself, all right, do I need to make any changes? What coins did I miss last time everything pumped? What coins do I want to target that I felt like I missed out on, that I can accumulate more of now? Those are the questions you kind of want to be asking yourself at the moment, right? And yesterday, to remedy this, I put out this insanely, it took a long time to prepare the video I put out yesterday, but I put up the Fibonacci level of 20 charts, basically making a statement that, okay, Bitcoin is still between, you know, in the top two levels of Fibonacci, between the 0 and the 0.236. All right. So that would be like a strong coin. All right. And then when you see coins like Render, for instance, that are between, you know, the 382 or the 0.5, that would be like a medium strength coin. And then you come down here to say, you know, even Cardano is all the way down here, but between the 618 and the 786. So this would be considered a weak coin. All right. And not saying like Cardano is weak, Cardano is bad necessarily. Weak as in where it is inside of the Fibonacci range. So you kind of got to ask yourself, do I want to be in the strong coins that don't have much of a pump to get back to local or all-time high? Do I want to, and these coins are kind of more of a protection. If you're trying to protect the money that you have, like larger market cap coins tend to be higher strength. You know, like the Bitcoin and Ethereum are the two strongest coins right now. Are you trying to protect? Do you want medium, you know, something like the Nears, the Renders, the Arweaves that are kind of between the 382 and the 0.5? Do you know, or are you really swinging for the fences? Are you going to target the weak coins? Because the weak coins, if you watch the video I posted yesterday, there's a lot of them there. And look how far, I mean, Cardano is a 108% pump back to its local high around 80 cents that it put in back in March. So I don't know, like I am kind of thinking that, like, I do hold some of the stronger and medium strength coins, but right now I think the message of the video is to kind of determine, to differentiate what coins are weak, what coins are strong, and to really to make a case to target the weak coins, because the weak coins have the bigger pumps. Because now you have to realize that Cardano put its top in here at 80 cents. That level now becomes a target. Do you really think in the history of everything that Cardano is never going to get back to 80 cents ever? Of course it's going to get back to 80 cents. And that is why we need to target the weaker coins. That's kind of the gist of that video. There are 20 charts altogether in that video. I posted it yesterday. It didn't perform too bad, didn't perform too good, but it was kind of more for, you know, the education and the awareness of the audience to realize what is strong, what is weak, how to use Fibonacci, and mostly like what coins should I accumulate. We just got wrecked. We just lost all this value, you know, basically since March, right? What should we target now? You know, like if you're trying to say you lost money this year, you need to accumulate and work your way back up. So you should be targeting the weaker coins. That's kind of the gist of that video. So definitely head over there and post that up. Definitely. I know some people said that they really liked that video, and that made me feel good as well, because I know people are, you know, paying attention to that stuff. Can you look at the IMX chart? I will look at the IMX chart. I'll write it down right here, but I will look at that chart after the interview with Big Pay. Also, let me check the chat. Why does this bull market feel different? That's kind of a whole different video. Don't have time to answer that one this second. Big Chow AJ, what's the difference between an isolated trade and a cross trade? Okay, good question. Then we'll bring Big Pay on. So a cross trade is, so say I have $2,000 in my account. I got $2,000 in my account, and I put $200 into a cross trade. All right. In that trade, say that trade goes down, and at the point where I would have been liquidated, instead of getting liquidated, it will dip into the other to the rest of my $2,000 to keep that trade alive. All right. So really, you're not just putting your $200 on the line for that trade. Because if this trade goes wrong, it's going to use the rest of your account to keep that trade up, to keep that trade going. That's not what you want to do. That can get, very dangerous, especially, if things are this volatile and you go the wrong direction. You could end up draining your whole account and not even realize why you did it. I stay away from cross trading. An isolated trade is, okay, I have $2,000 in my account. I'm putting $200 in this trade. If I lose this $200, I lose this $200. And if the trade gets liquidated, the trade gets liquidated, but it's not going into the rest of my account to keep the trade alive. So guys, always make sure, one, that you're using isolated. You don't want to put the rest of your account on the line for the trade. Secondly, you want to make sure you're implementing strong risk management. You want to make sure that you're using a stop loss. You want to make sure that you're not using more than 1 to 4% of your trading bag in a single trade. A lot of people I know throw their whole bag into a trade, and that's not it. That is not it at all. I don't really care about your ego. I don't care if you're in a $100 or a $50 trade. I want you to consistently 5%, 10%, 6%, 4%, 5%, 10%, over and over and over. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. That is the way to go. That is how you get good at trading. And then once you get to that point where you gain confidence, that's when you scale up. That's when you move up leverage and capital as well. So there you go. Isolated is like the ultimate stop loss. Exactly. Several bull divs on Turbo, says Andrew Johnson. I haven't looked at the Turbo chart and on the show, at least in a little while. So I think we should take a look at that one as well as IMX and that back end of the show. But guys, all right. So without further ado, I must say I am super excited to have this conversation I'm about to have right here on the channel for you guys. Big Pay has been a really good friend of mine for years now. He's one of the smartest people I know in crypto. We kind of, when we first met, we got along like right away, and we have kind of kept in touch the whole way as we've both moved up like our own respective ladders. So, of course, I'm going to bring him on the show, guys. All of the links for him are down below in the description. His Twitter, the Twitter for Atrium Labs, and the link to the Atrium Lite paper as well. Read most of it yesterday. Pretty good stuff, but I'm going to bring him on right now so you guys can learn everything there is to know about his new project. So let me pull him up here. Boom. Big Pay. What's going on, man?
Not much. Really excited to be here. I wanted to say thank you to the chat. AJ said that you guys really enjoyed the last show, and I haven't made too many videos lately. I've been too busy on the dev side, but thank you guys. I really appreciate it, and I'm excited for the show today.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, man. So, it's no secret that you have been, really far down the rabbit hole that we call Cardano. You have always been a strong pillar of that community. That has been no secret. And now you're building a project that goes into that community and helps people in that community in a different way than other projects would. So let's just start off right here at the top. What is Atrium?
So Atrium is a platform that aggregates the various services that we all use on crypto, like swapping or lending, or even just looking at your assets into, one app that teaches you how to use it with easy motion graphic videos. Over the years, I've helped educate a lot of people come into crypto. I'd go sit at a coffee shop. I'm kind of the guy that gets recommended if somebody has questions. And I try to take time out of my day to go do this because there's a lot of scams in crypto. If you get introduced by the wrong person, you can get screwed and, put in too much money. So, that's not really scalable. I also hosted an event called Rare Bloom, and we had 700 people there, 22 speakers, and there's a big focus on education there as well. But it's like, how do we do this at scale? And, that's really the goal with Atrium, is to make crypto easy. And, right now we're making Cardano easy. And we have a couple other, new smart contracts as well, new features that we've built directly into Atrium on top of the education and aggregation.
For sure. So, when like the elevator pitch for Atrium, when we talked at Consensus in Texas, is basically like, well, you stake your Cardano, right? Well, yeah. Well, if you stake it with Atrium, you actually get better rewards, more rewards than you would if you stake Cardano normally. Can you explain the ins and outs of that? Because that's a big incentive for people that want to stake their Cardano.
Sure. So there's actually been something really unique on Cardano in the past, and it's called ISOs, initial stake offering. And what people have done is launch stake pools, and then normally stake pools pay about 3% of ADA rewards out to people. And a lot of companies have raised huge amounts of funds from this, $10 million plus. There was one called Meld that did that, Genius Yield as well. And what they do is they just pay out an additional token on top of the ADA rewards, but they usually take 100% of those ADA rewards. And on Cardano, there's a large focus in the community about decentralization. So I looked at these, two focuses of Cardano. People wanting to earn additional tokens, and people also wanting to support decentralization. So we've created a smart contract called staking baskets. And staking baskets allow you to delegate to over 100 different stake pools at the same time, and you can earn additional Cardano native tokens on top of your ADA rewards instead of forfeiting them. And we're launching the first staking basket called Diffusion. Diffusion delegates to 50 different single stake pool operators at the same time. You still get your ADA rewards, and then you get Atrium DAO tokens on top of those staking rewards. And this is just the first basket. Anyone's going to be able to come in here, create their own basket and their own list of pools. So not only are you going to be able to, earn additional rewards for using these baskets, you're also supporting the network's decentralization at the same time. And we've already confirmed the second basket that's going to be launching on Atrium around 3 weeks after our mainnet launch, and it's the Dex Hunter basket. And Dex Hunter actually uses 41 different stake pools to help facilitate their DEX aggregation. And they have an awesome token called the Hunt token. And for supporting their 41 stake pools, they're going to be paying out the Hunt token on top of the ADA rewards. So 6-7 months from now, you come into Atrium and you're going to see a whole list, a staking basket ecosystem of different opportunities for you, based on what pools you want to support, or maybe what additional token that you'd like to earn on top of those rewards.
Wow, man, there's a lot there. And I do want to say to everybody watching this right now that head down below if you click the link in the description, there is a link to the Atrium Lite paper. It gives you all the details on anything that you'd want to know here, and also a link to the Atrium Twitter and Big Pay's Twitter as well. So Big Pay, when I was reading through this, I kind of got to a part where it was talking about profile NFTs, and I was kind of thinking to myself, are these NFTs that are already NFTs are Cardano, or are they native NFTs? Can you kind of delve into that aspect of Atrium a little bit?
Sure. So far I've kind of explained we have the dashboard and the education, and then we have a smart contract that really is going to facilitate the staking basket ecosystem. The final thing that we're going to release on mainnet is a smart contract called STOA. And what STOA allows you to do is mint profile NFTs. And these NFTs have never existed before. It uses a cool technology on Cardano called CIP68. And what CIP68 allows you to do is store data on chain in the smart contract. And we've seen NFTs do really well in the past, and people have these one profile picture, and we've also seen people have these ENS names, right, where you can easily type in a name and send assets to it. So I thought, well, what if we combined this digital identity that people want to have in crypto and in Web3, where they can come in, they mint a profile, but they can also customize it, and all of their user data is stored on chain in the datums, right? So then these NFTs you can actually level up as well. From engaging with your favorite projects or content creators, or right now just Atrium, in the Discord, on Twitter, or even by using staking baskets, or even the education parts of Atrium, you'll level up this profile NFT and unlock new customization options. So that's really what profile NFTs are.
Wow, that's awesome. So it's beyond just a place to stake and get more rewards. It's this entire dashboard, this entire, kind of ecosystem that you're building here, man. It's really impressive. And today is a significant day. Today is the day. Not
sure.
It's one of the days anyway.
One of the days, right?
Yes.
So we've been working on this for over a year and a half now, and this podcast lined up real nicely because later today, around 1 p.m. in the Discord, it's discord.gg/Atrium Lab. Profile, the smart contract's already hooked up, the dashboard's already live, staking baskets are already live. all on Cardano's preview network. And we have guides about how you can create a wallet. You don't have to put any money in because it's all testnet. And, you can get in there now and start leveling up your profile NFT, and you're going to start unlocking rewards. And although it's testnet, your level and your rewards are actually going to transfer over to mainnet, but it gets better. On top of that, we're also going to be doing an Atrium DAO token airdrop for anybody that comes in on the testnet and levels up profiles. And the higher level that you get, the more Atrium DAO tokens you're going to get on mainnet. So it's a bit gamified. And then, right now there's 10 different levels. There's probably 25 different challenges, but we may add some more levels during the testnet. We may also add some more challenges, but I also want to, preface this with, this is a test net. You may run into a couple of bugs, and that's the whole reason we're launching this and incentivizing you guys so that we can make a perfect product when we launch it on mainnet. And then I did want to say one more thing about profile NFTs. While these are just NFTs that live in your wallet, what we're building is a blockchain-focused socials platform. For example, AJ is going to be able to come in, create a profile NFT, state that he's a content creator, and get a customized layout specifically for content creators. And since you have a profile NFT, you'll be able to go to follow AJ, and maybe you'll get updates on his latest live stream. Maybe you're following your favorite DEX or your favorite lending platform. You can get, new updates about, an airdrop or a white paper update or a V2 platform coming out. So we're really trying to connect the community together, give creators a way to connect with their audience and give users a way to also, follow those people. And we'd like, creators and projects to come in and incentivize their own communities. Right now, you're incentivized to engage with Atrium on chain and on socials. But where Atrium is going is, the community that you're already in, the project that you already like, they're going to be able to create their own customization options for your NFT and their own challenges to engage their own community. So Atrium really at its core is a platform for users and for projects. And there's different, features for both of those, relative parties.
Wow, man, dude, so much there. And first of all, congratulations. I know you've been building this for a long time, and for basically an hour away to the testnet drop. I mean, that's an achievement. Of course, I'm going to have to ask, the estimate of the mainnet. I know a lot of people are already wondering, well, the testnet's now, when's the mainnet? That's kind of the obvious question there. Can you give us an estimate on that?
Sure. So, my first company, Bloom, we built stake pools. And, when we were building that company, I could set a date and we'd meet it no matter what. But when you become a founder, you work on a product or a video game, you realize that it's always an estimate. Sometimes you want to add a few more features in, make things a bit nicer. But to give an estimated release date, I'd probably say 2 to 3.5 months from now, we're going to be live on mainnet with both staking baskets, the dashboard, the education portal, which has 24 videos and 24 written guides, and also profile NFTs.
Wow. I mean, that's a pretty quick turnaround. 2.5, 3 months away from testnet to mainnet. I mean, that is impressive, and I'm certainly looking forward to it. And guys, like I said, I'm pretty sure Big Pay put the Discord link to Atrium in the chat there. Definitely put that in there again so people can get involved. And, the social links and the link to the Atrium Lite paper are also in the description below if you want to check that out. So, Big Pay, I have to ask the question. We had a phone call yesterday. We talked about this a little bit, and there are 2 syllables in crypto. The 7 letters, the 7-letter secret in crypto. Airdrop. Tell me about the airdrop, because everyone wants to get in on it.
Sure. I may have spoiled it a little bit earlier. I apologize.
That's okay.
Yeah, this testnet has actually been broken up into 2 testnets, 2 separate airdrops. The first one had already happened. We mentioned it on your channel the first time. It was around staking baskets. This next airdrop is all around profile NFTs. So you come in, you mint a profile NFT. You also have to fill out a form that has your mainnet ADA address so we can send you the airdrop when mainnet comes around. So make sure you fill out that form. We don't want to miss you. And then you can come in, right now around 2 p.m. We have the time set at 1 p.m. Once you come in, you're going to be able to mint this NFT. You can go into Discord and link the NFT to your Discord profile, and then also link the NFT to your Twitter. So then as you engage with Atrium on Discord or on Twitter, or maybe you're helping out new users in there, you can level this NFT up, and then the higher levels that you get is going to lead to actually more airdrop tokens on mainnet. And then when the airdrop's going to happen right around TGE and also the the mainnet launch of the platform.
Wow, amazing. Just so you got TGE, token generation event.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that it will have its own coin as well, and that is when you stake, you get the rewards in Cardano, and the extra rewards are in that coin. And it's also, so will the airdrops be in ADA or into the Atrium native token?
So this first airdrop is in Atrium DAO tokens, and
Okay.
this is strictly for, using profiles. And this is going to be the last chance that you can ever, get an airdrop with profile NFTs during a test net. Once mainnet comes around, there's going to be a bunch of different baskets with a bunch of different additional tokens that you can earn on top of your rewards. To demo that, the Atrium DAO is launching the Diffusion Basket, which pays out the Atrium DAO token on top of the rewards. But there are other companies that we're talking to that already have large projects and large SPO communities and tokens that are also going to want to be paying out those additional rewards. But this isn't really going to work like an airdrop. It's perpetual. So if you're using a basket, whether it be, the Diffusion Basket, a new basket, or the Dex Hunter basket, you're going to be able to come in and claim those tokens as the rewards come in. And it's not really going to be an airdrop period. There may be like an early incentivization period where it's like the first people in the first 3 months are going to get, a bit of a boost. But we haven't, released the concrete info on that yet. That's
Gotcha.
some alpha.
Definitely. Some more to come down the road. We'll certainly have you back on the channel in a month or two, or certainly as we inch closer to the main net launch for Atrium. Dude, first of all, congratulations. I know you've been working on this for years and years. And the test net is today. So everybody make sure you head over to Discord, get involved with Atrium. It really seems like there's going to be a lot of incentive to get involved, and it's probably going to be, really worth it, especially if you're already in the Cardano ecosystem. Why not stake where you can get more rewards for more bang for your buck? And then that makes complete sense to me. So, I do want to also talk about, Cardano in general right now. I know people in the chat want to know, like, what's your Cardano price prediction or whatever, but I'm really kind of more interested about, your thoughts on, the new hard fork coming up, the transition to the Voltaire. I mean, just like, I know there is some kind of despair in people are bummed about the price right now.
Yeah.
Like any thing that like food for thought in terms of it like kind of even with I said with my Fibonacci levels that I talked about before I brought you on, like, yeah, like it got beat up, but like it's actually probably the perfect time to target accumulating a coin that's like in a weak level. The projects like Cardano, the projects like Algorand, HBAR, there's a lot of them at that Fibonacci level. So I kind of wanted to know your take on Cardano right now.
Sure. So, I'm not really like a day trader, right?
Sure,
I
sure.
play like macro, and, me building this business on Cardano is a huge bet on Cardano. I've taken a lot of what I've made into crypto and put it all in development and smart contracts that we're going to open source. And, in the last cycle, around 2020, near the end of 2020, December, January, a lot of other, layer ones had gone up quite a bit, and everyone's sitting there like, what's going on with Cardano? We don't have smart contracts yet. Are we going to miss this cycle? And then, a couple of months after everybody else ran, Cardano went from 25 cents to $1.20 in about a week.
Yep.
And it's because of macro. So to be honest with you guys, maybe 3 months ago, I was a bit worried, and it wasn't about Cardano or the community because, we have a really engaged community. I would say it's, number 3 or 4. The only person that has a community as large as Cardano that's not Ethereum and Bitcoin is Solana at this point, because they've been getting a huge amount of users. So we're back to back with Solana, right? So it's not going to just go away. But 3 months ago, I was a bit worried, and it wasn't because of Cardano. It was because of regulation, the lack of clarity in our space. And about a month ago, we had some clarity. The ETH ETF was approved. And while, that's Ethereum, I'm cheering them the hell on right now, because that's the second, asset that's been approved for an ETF. So a lot of that big worry about Cardano has gone away because the community's there. It's some of the smartest people I've ever met. I've met thousands of people building on Cardano, thousands of real users and investors. And, it's built such a solid foundation technically and community wise that it's not going to go away, especially in the next cycle. So as soon as this macro turns around, I have good hopes for Cardano and its performance, right? You always have to be careful. If someone's asking me, what to invest in, even though I'm a big Cardano guy, I always say, diversify across 4 different layer ones, maybe some Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Algorand. And if you look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're following like a similar path. That they always have in bear markets. When the macro switches up, people kind of go to the more safe assets, and that's traditionally been Bitcoin. It's starting to be Ethereum now because it's so high. And then as soon as that macro switches, you get your 10, 20, 30, 50 x's from other layer ones, or not from Bitcoin and Ethereum. Last cycle, the COVID crash happened. ADA went down to 1.9 cents. And then at the peak, I think it was $3.10. I mean, that's over a 150x. No one's going to catch the bottom. No one's going to catch the top. But, getting in the middle, you still kind of would have done all right there. But with that, you always have to be careful in crypto. And I wanted to bring up something that was pretty funny that's happened in Cardano the past few days. There was, Charles posted a picture of his pig. Charles has a farm. And, he said, my pig is named Nike. And then within like 6 hours, there was a meme coin that launched that was worth like over $1 million. And it was just a picture of Charles's pig. And I thought it was funny. I was like, screw it, I'll throw 1,008 in. I wake up the next morning and, it's like I got 3,008 sitting there in Nike, and it's still kind of going up a little bit. And, meme coins, is straight gambling. But, the other meme coin that's been doing cool stuff on Cardano is Snek. So Snek actually hosted a 17-day live stream. It was this guy named RTB in the Snek community, and he live streamed for 17 days straight trying to get Snek listed on Binance, right? So,
Wow.
there are some meme coin things happening. I think the Nike stuff's pretty cool, and Snek's been doing a lot for over a year. They also have an energy drink as well, but
yeah, I remember getting in on I forget if it was like how many months ago that was, but I think I made like 40 or 50% on of it, and I chose get out, but it wasn't bad. I was like, I feel like quick flips like that. I'm always pretty quick to, once I make like a good amount of money, I'm like click 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 click. I'm not trying to ride it for weeks and weeks and weeks. That's just me though. But I mean, someone in the chat, I'll have one more question for you before we finish the rest of the show. People want to know, how do you think the hard fork with Cardano is going to affect this cycle? I think that's a good question. Shout out to Carter Pennington in the chat.
So it's a big thing, in my eyes, one, philosophically, right? I mean, if you look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, there's no on-chain governance at the scale of $1 billion blockchain, right? So it's the first of its kind in the sense of a community that's this large, moving towards full on-chain governance, right? So it's a huge thing, in technology, to have kind of this government that's built entirely on chain, at the scale of, millions of people and billions of dollars. But at the end of the day, you have to look at our industry and you have to look at our culture, right? There were 450,000 different coins launched on Solana last month. And, what do you think they were? They were meme coins, right? So the culture is kind of shifting, more towards this degen, and Cardano can offer that, right? But the culture shift is shifting away, from caring about things like governance or self-sovereignty or freedom. So I don't think it's going to have much of an impact on price in the short term. In the long term, because of the, clarity that it provides for governments, I think Cardano is going to, be more, apt to be adopted, by governance or not regulated by governments, because it is a truly decentralized ecosystem, right? As far as, what could impact, price in the medium term, I would say the midnight airdrop is a pretty big thing. Charles is building, a blockchain that is completely connected with Cardano that offers privacy. The smart contract language is, written in TypeScript, which is really easy for developers to use, a big focus on compliance. And they're doing an airdrop for every single ADA holder on the chain. And it's a completely new blockchain that's hooked directly into Cardano, and I think that's going to be a big thing. I was a bit nervous about it at first until I did an interview with Charles, and then seeing how excited the community was, and people that have maybe had full-time jobs that hadn't worked in or looked at Cardano in a year, they all flooded back in. Like when midnight airdrop, I already saw a comment before I brought it up.
Yep.
So I think that's going to be the big thing in the medium term. And then the other thing is just the projects. Last cycle we didn't have smart contracts, we didn't have dexes, and now we have probably 15 dexes. We've got 9 wallets, we've got a bunch of projects. Atrium's launching, and that's going to be the narrative. People don't look at Ethereum anymore and be like, oh, well, Ethereum's new update's going to raise the price. They look at the protocols or the projects building on top of it. And that's kind of the era that Cardano's heading to, on top of Midnight and on top of all on-chain governance.
Wow, that was a rock solid answer. And I completely agree with you. I mean, look at how large Cardano's market cap got last cycle without all the things that it has now. I mean, this is a completely day and night difference, like in terms of like the maturity of the overall project, the ecosystem, the community, everything built on it, etc. And I'm here for it. I really am. Hey, Big Pay, man, I really want to thank you for your time. Thanks so much for coming on the show, spending your morning with us. I'm sure the chat really appreciates it as well. Everybody in the chat, first of all, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, but make sure you go check out Big Pay's project, Atrium. Hit the social links for him and the project are both down below in the description. The Lite paper link is also in the description, and Big Pay just put the Discord link in the chat for you to go get involved with the Atrium Lab testnet that just launched today. Well, at 1 o'clock. In about an hour, less than an hour, the airdrop is launching. So go get involved over there on the Discord. Big Pay, any closing thoughts before we finish the rest of the show?
Thanks for having me on. It's been awesome to watch you grow, and I see how much of a hard worker you are. And, I know you're going to go on to do big things from that. I mean, even setting up the Telegram trading channel, I see how much you message in there all of the time, and you're doing live streams every day. And there's so much, work and planning and research and time that goes into all of this. And, on top of balancing your personal life and your personal health, man, it's remarkable. And, for the chat, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all the kind words about the last stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's always a blast. And if you guys want some free tokens, discord.gg/Atrium Lab. Give us a follow on Twitter as well, twitter.com/Atrium_Lab. And we'll have some cool stuff for you guys. And let us know what you think about the testnet. If you have any questions for me, just tag me in the Discord at Big Pay, and I'll get those answered today. And I'll be sitting in the Discord all day because it's a big launch day for us. So thank you guys.
Yeah, of course, man. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate it. Guys, make sure you go get involved with Atrium. Go give Big Pay a follow. Dude, definitely come back on the show in, say, a month or 2 months, or as we're getting closer to, TGE mainnet, or right in that area. I got to have you come back on the show to first let me know how the testnet went, and what your expectations are for like the mainnet and TGE moving forward. I think that'd be great. Are you in or are you out?
I'm in. And also AJ's in. We didn't mention it, but Atrium Lab is actually partnering with AJ. How could we not? Right? I don't blame you. I think that was a good call. We had a long conversation, a consensus, a couple conversations at consensus, and it just makes so much sense because, first of all, like I said earlier, we met like in our crypto journeys as we were paying our dues, as like when you came to Hit Network that day, we went to Starbucks, and like I just remember like this is why I tell everyone why you need to go to crypto conferences and meet like-minded people. Like, first of all, you're going to be at Rare Evo, right? Yeah, we got a booth there too, so come stop by the booth. Amazing. But yeah, I'm super excited to be involved with Atrium. I mean, why not? You're a really good friend of mine. You're one of the smartest people I know, and I think the project is going to absolutely kill it. So guys, go get involved on Atrium Labs. Big Pay, I'm going to wrap up the show here, but bro, I really appreciate you coming on. We'll certainly have you back in a couple months. Yep. Thank you guys. Thanks, AJ. Right. See ya. Much love. Peace. Awesome. Big shout out to my guy, Big Pay. What a G. I mean, dude, it's crazy when you meet people in crypto, like, and like, oh, okay,
he's gonna kill it. Like this is going whatever it is he does. I didn't know what Atrium was when I first met Big Pay, probably 2.5 years ago at this point. I had no idea that what he was building and what he was working on. I just knew that he was just working his ass off. And here we are. You know, I'm literally partnering with his company, that the test nets today and the main nets, and we're talking about a guy that just works harder than everyone else. And that's what it takes in crypto, guys. You know, I think a lot of people kind of think crypto is like the way out of effort, or is like a solution to every problem they have. Really, like if you only want to be in crypto to avoid effort, I don't know what to tell you, because there's the people that work that hard, that always go the extra mile, such as Big Pay. Those are the people that are going to build the projects and just take it to the moon. So big shout out to him. That was a really good interview. I think I should probably clip that interview and put some shorts, or I might even put it into its own video on the channel. I thought I got a lot out of that, and I hope you guys did as well. So big shout out to, I also know there's a bunch of people in the chat here, you know, from Big Pay's community as well. So guys, make sure you please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Having a pretty chill, you kind of laid back live stream. This basically is my Friday. Like I said in the beginning, I am flying to Barcelona. I kind of have like that senioritis right now, but I still have so much to film, so much to do. I did an interview with J Chains yesterday, which is a really good video. I think I'm probably going to put that out either Saturday or today, because I have another video, but I'm not saying it, but it's going to be one or the other. So that's going to be pretty cool. So man, that was a crazy interview. I'm like, my brain is just kind of going into like making shorts out of that conversation, that like I forget that I'm still on my live stream and I have an audience that wants to hear words. But sweet. So I do want to take a quick look at the gainers and the losers, because we have not had a shot to do that. And I also have a handful of charts here that the audience wanted to see. Let me get a fresh refresh. All right, so the charts the audience wants to see is IMX Turbo and SUI SWI. Maybe I'll fit one more in there, maybe not, because I am going to have my members only live stream, which is for the Telegram group education on at 1:30 today. So make sure if you're part of the Telegram group, or if you're a member of the channel, make sure you come back for the members only live stream. I have a lot planned out, a nice lesson to do for technical analysis, especially people that are like really trying to nail down the strategy that we have on the Telegram group. I have the perfect plan. I even write curriculums over here, guys. What can I say? All right, looks like gainers and losers in the top 100 got Fetch.ai, Singularity Net, Fetch. So these guys kind of separated larger pumps. Kind of didn't see that coming, because there's a lot of uncertainty around the merger as the date kept getting changed. There's a lot to that. And it is good at least to get a little relief, because let's be honest, like both of these projects, even with these pumps, still just got completely decimated. Ordi, SEI, SWI, the Graph, Near, Ondo, all about 3 to 4%. And the losers, Jasm still on the way down the hill. Notcoin, ENS obviously came down a little bit. That had a really big pump yesterday. It's a bummer to see Jasm, that probably lost the Fibonacci level. That was because Jasm was still considered a strong coin, but you know, it did come up extremely aggressive. Wow, dog whiffs below $2. What? Oh man, we're gonna have to. I can't wait for the members only live stream, because we are going to go down the rabbit hole in all the charts we talk about in the group. Shout out to S Dog for joining the Grogger gang. He is the man. Also, okay, so somebody said in the chat, where is Ben? Is he okay? And are you and Ben still close? Of course, Ben and I are still close. Ben, he's one of my best friends in the world. I would not be where I am in crypto if it wasn't for him. I was his writer for more than 2.5, almost 3 years. He doesn't own any percentage of AJ Wright's crypto. I don't own any percentage of BitBoy crypto. But his set is 20 feet over there, and my set is in here, and we coexist in the same office. And we like it. We want to keep it that way. I got nothing but support from him. He's not perfect. I don't have to defend everything that he's done, but he's my friend, and you love your friends where they're at. You have your friends back no matter what. And, you know, out of everyone at Hit Network, me and J Chains are the two people that are still, you know, working in the same office and working with Ben. And I feel like that's because we kind of saw through all of the lies, all the BS, and saw the truth of the situation. And, you know, I got nothing but love and respect for Ben, and I'll always be the first one in line to say that. Also, is he okay? Well, he did kind of tear a piece of his rotator cuff. I know he's on concussion protocol. I mean, he went to war. That fight, if you guys didn't watch that fight, go watch that fight, man. Ben put it all on the line. He put it all on the line. That was all heart. He got the win. He's 2-0, but he's a little bit more beat up this time than he was last time, because that was an absolute war. So I'm not sure exactly when he's flying back. He might be on a plane now. He might be. I'm not sure. All right, because all I remember is that his initial flight got changed because of his concussion protocol. And I talked to him on the phone probably Tuesday morning. I talked to him on the phone. That was the last time I spoke to him. So he's okay. Of course, we're still friends. And nothing but love for Ben Armstrong. Corey Rosa asks, AJ, when are you dropping the Gary Cardone Part 2 interview? So I talked to my editor. He should have that pretty soon, probably Sunday or Monday. Part 2 will come out. And also, yes, there will be a Sunday stream in Barcelona to play games on BAZED.bet, talk about some sports betting, and we'll do technical analysis, look at the crypto. It's basically like a normal crypto show, except I also play games on BAZED. It's a really good time. I enjoy it. And I'm really into sports. It's really hard for me sometimes to not talk about sports for the entire hour of the show. But I like it all, guys. I like it all. So, all right. But yeah, no problem, Seth. No problem. And I'm glad you guys like that Gary Cardone interview. What, guys, if you haven't seen part 1 of the Gary Cardone interview, do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. I literally listened to that entire thing 2 times now, because every time I always find like one more thing he said and kind of take that little golden nugget and put it in my pocket, because it's just like knowledge. Like it's funny, because that interview, I didn't like speak that much. Like, you know what I mean? It's one of those situations where when you're in the room with people that are smarter than you, and you assess that and understand that, you're not learning unless you're listening. You're not learning unless you're listening. And I realized, okay, Gary has a lifetime of investing experience. This guy has been around the block. I'm working my way up the hill. He's already up there. All right. And I really spent a lot of time listening, and I let him run. I didn't cut him off. I didn't, talk over top of him. I just let him flow, because that was the truth. That was like probably one of my favorite interviews I've ever done on this channel, like for real. And I've done some interviews. So, man, shout out to Gary Cardone. Part 2 will be coming your way here pretty soon. Shout out to JC in the chat. He said, smash the friggin' like button. I do appreciate that. Okay, yeah. So, right. So we talked about that. And guys, I do want to say I put out this, Fibonacci video yesterday talking about like the levels, the strength of coins. So let's actually take a look at Jasm here, because Jasm has continued to come down. It is at 2.8 at the moment. And guys, if you kind of zoom in, we're going from, top to bottom Fibonacci pool. Let me zoom into the 2-hour here. It has lost that Fibonacci level. And also that's actually a bummer, because that Fib level lined up with support resistance. So for Jasm, you certainly want to see if it's going to try to stop out, maybe turn around at 0.27, something like that. There's a couple other SR levels that you could pull out of here, and something like that at 2.4, basically 2.5. Keep an eye on it, but hopefully it forms a bullish divergence and picks up, because what you really got to look at now is, okay, it lost Fibonacci, and it was a strong coin. All right, so we're talking, it was in this level. Most coins are 2 or 3 levels down from here. All right, you got to think, okay, is it going to become a weaker coin over time? Also, it is also just in a straight up downtrend. All right, so we also kind of got to realize, even it's actually pretty close to the bottom here. So even if it comes up, we still got to test the 50 EMA, the 200 EMA, and then ultimately eventually break out. And it could just come up and boom, come up and boom. And look, it happened right here. Came up, boom. All right, so it is in a downtrend. So make sure you are aware of these levels. Alarm both sides of that downtrend. Be aware of 0.027, 0.025 support resistance from back here on the way up the hill. And the next Fibonacci level, the price level, is at 0.236. So keep a close eye on Jasm. I wouldn't be surprised to see it bounce up here. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of these, but I also wouldn't be surprised to see it come down further after that. So, yeah, that's where we are with Jasm right here at the moment. Checking out the chat here. 1 second. All right. So, big shout out to this trader from the Telegram group locking down that 65% trade, but we have to have a conversation about that. We don't do cross and we don't do 30x leverage. I'm happy for your win, and I told you I'd proudly post it, talk about it in the live stream. But you got to work. That's too much leverage, and you don't go cross. You go isolated. So if it was isolated 10x, I'd be a little bit more proud of you. But nevertheless, I am proud of you. Good job. So let's go into the charts that I promised here for the chat. We are going to look at IMX. We are going to look at Turbo and SUI. I did just have an alarm go off on Phantom here. I am going to show you this is my actual Telegram chart for Phantom. This is one I like to follow a lot. So I guess this is an old alarm going off. So this is kind of like a range within a range, kind of like a self-monitor level where the actual range is 55.6 and 55.35. Well, also the first thing that kind of yells at me here is your kind of anchor wave, trigger wave with this coming down. So maybe Phantom could plant its feet, maybe right around here. I wouldn't like to see it go below 54 cents. And let's see if this bullish divergence plays out. Zooming in, this is the 12-minute chart. And as you can see, it is pretty far away from the EMAs, from how, kind of aggressive this dip was. If you kind of look from here to here, I mean, this is only 5 hours. It lost 7%. All right. And that's pretty brutal. So I am going to imagine that this thing might come up a little bit. It's not really a safe long because we're so far below the 50 EMA, but I could maybe get behind, maybe a push to 55 cents, maybe squeeze 2% out of FTM. You never know. All right, let's start off with the call out charts. We're going to look at IMX. Start with the 2 hour. I actually start with the daily here. Okay. So it broke out of this up channel. We talked about this on the channel before. It lost this support resistance level that I gave you guys before. I did not trade this one personally. Not going to lie about it. So obviously that is still a support resistance level. Just wasn't a good draw on my part. 77. 1 second. Okay, yeah, I see what I mean there. All right, so I would still say 177 is still a target. If we can reclaim that level, I could get behind a long. We did just have a death cross on the daily chart. It also kind of made sense of this steep fall. When you look at the volume profile, we had a lot of volume and then kind of no volume into more volume. But at the very least, at least it has a green dot on the daily. So, and that's what I mean by I feel that a lot of things might have already hit their local low, but you also kind of have to realize that, okay, so local low, sure. And can we get behind some long trades? Yeah, sure. But we also have to appreciate the nature of the beast here. So let me change these downtrends to say blue. Okay. Blue, blue, blue. Boom, boom, boom. So we're in these downtrends now. Okay. And so we're not going. This is a scary long. I'm not going to lie. Like from the daily chart perspective, even the 2 hour, like just straight getting rejected from the 50 EMA. So now you're kind of in a position where, okay, so local low is obviously a cut and dry short, because if we go lower, we're shorting. All right. We're looking at the 2 hour this moment. And also the level where we previously got rejected from, which is also the top of this level from right here and right here. That would kind of be a level you want to go long, which is at 166, where the bottom level is 141. That is quite a large range, but let me make sense of it. So when we zoom in here to the 12-minute chart, you can kind of see that there's like a range within a range here, right? Because here is, where it is bounced off of this level, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times now. This is the range within a range level at 152. Let's just call it 153. All right. And then there's also this top range within a range right here, right around there. It's at 157. So if you wanted to really get nifty and alarm there at 157.6 and 153 or 152.7, you could try to shoot for a 1 or 2% scalp range out of the break of that kind of range within the range. That is kind of getting a little nifty. It's getting really tight. You got to move quick in trades like that. But the idea is there, because if you kind of notice how this thing likes to stay in the heart of this range, so any break out of that would be a significant scalp. Like, what do I mean by that? So like if we look at, you see this break right here to the top, I mean, that was worth 5%. Even these little teeny ones, like look at this, that's still 1%. This one here, it didn't last long, but that's still 1%. You see what I'm saying, right? I mean, even on the way down, how much was this? Okay, that is 8%. So when you're scalping, you got to take what you can get, and these are the kind of situations you want to look for. And also, why do I say that? Because I'm also looking at the volume profile, because here, because the point of control is in the middle of the range within this range. And if we break down, here's the volume, and if we break up, we also know there's a lot of volume above that. All right, so I might keep an eye on this one. I don't know how much volume there is for it though on Phemex. I'll have to look into that. All right, I'm going to keep you rolling here. I kind of spent way too much time on that chart. Turbo. Where's my old turbo chart? I have a couple of them. I have like multiple versions of charts. It's kind of crazy when I go through them all. Yeah, this is one of the turbo charts. So we're going to fix this. Yeah, so we could even kind of determine, break out of range here. Good to see that. All right, we're actually going to use these old support resistance levels here, like this yellow line. I'm probably going to take the alarm off of it though. Trash. Cancel. Okay, so turbo. Oh, now we got the alarm going off. Turbo has kind of broken out of this range here. It's good to see that. I mean, from the bottom on Tuesday to 64% top to bottom, 55% move. Not bad. Love to see the move above the 50 EMA. This is the 2 hour we're looking at. Also, big shout out to Big Pay for becoming a member of the Grogger Gang. Love to see that. So right now we're still kind of watching this battle at this support resistance level. This is an old level from this touch here at a lot of zeros, 5.5. Okay. Let's zoom into the 12-minute chart. And so we also got to appreciate kind of the nature of the beast here. So boom, boom. So we're in this uptrend like this. All right, kind of a baby ascending broadening. All right. And this thing can still ascend, but we also have to realize that the break of this support resistance, all right, which is the ceiling here and the floor twice here, that level is 0.0051. So if we lose that level, we also would have broken the baby ascending. And so that would certainly not be a bad spot to go short. And also, if you want to get nifty, if you want to get back above a lot of zeros, 0.0055, you could go long, but it has to bounce off of the bottom of the ascending. Yeah, based off of how it's moved, I wouldn't be surprised for the short to play out. But so like this, the break of the yellow line would certainly be a riskier long. Could be counterintuitive to wait to go long, but if you want to go from the break of the most recent high at 5.7, you could do that as well, as long as it stays above the 50 EMA. I don't hate that idea, but right now, like this second, I'm watching this one. This isn't one I'm trying to jump in a trade this second, mostly because it does have a little bit of bearish divergence kind of pushing this way. It is testing the 50 EMA and is very close to this trend line. But if it breaks the trend line, I would wait for the break of 0.051 to go short. That would be my short level. That's what I'm going to watch specifically at this moment in time. In terms of like swing trades, if this thing continues like long term, well, it did just print a green dot here on Market Cipher B. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it continue. I was kind of talking more like scalp trades. The point of control is actually above here at 0.006, And where the price is now, you see this dip in the volume profile, how it dips and comes back. That's pretty significant, because if it can push through here from where we are now up to this, I mean, we're talking about 11% up, and then we're talking 26% up to the next support resistance range from, these touches right here. So if we can get back into that range, that would be very impressive going against the majority of other alts. I'm just kind of looking at all of alts right now, and it does make the short does make a lot of sense to me. But there's arguments for both, which is why we set alarms and react to the market and not try to guess. All right, so let's keep it rolling. SUY, and then I'm going to call it. Before we look at this chart, I just want to say, everybody, you guys rock. Over 150 people watching here today. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, become a member to the channel. A members only live stream goes down in about an hour, a little bit less than an hour, at 1:30. All right, which is why I'm going to run out of here really quick after looking at the SUI chart. And this members only live stream is aimed directly at the Telegram group. If you want to join the Telegram group, send me an email, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. We have been absolutely murdering trades every day on the Telegram group. I'm very excited to, see more and more and more people find success, maybe even for the first time. All right. I'm very proud of that group. I'm very proud of the effort that I have put into it as well. I have really made something out of nothing here, and it's a special thing. So if you want to get involved, want to make the most, if you feel like you're missing out, you want to make the most of crypto right now, send me an email. We'll get to work right away. All right. So, oh my God, I have so many charts pulled up. I forgot which one it was. That just happened. Okay. I'll just start another one. Oh, I found it. Okay. So here we are. SUI. This was the Telegram chart, but then it kind of got demolished after the loss of this level. I actually believe I was there. Was this the time I shorted? No, that was a different one. But the break of that conditional level right there at 87.8, guys, that is what I am talking. Oops, I didn't do that. That is the stuff I'm talking about. Like, that is literally textbook. So hits the level, alarm goes off, you go short, you win 13%. All right, and look, it works both ways. Alarm goes off, you get in the trade, 5% in 6 hours. All right, and now look, it's right on that level. Okay, it's right on that level. This thing closes above or below. I mean, that is the level right now. All right, so basically, whenever it closes back above the 50 EMA, when the price action is above the 50 EMA, that would be your long. If there is a candle close below this level, I think I might go short. You are going to have to be aware of the scalp nature of this, because you're running into the 200, which is about a 1% move down, but you could easily probably squeeze a 0.5%. But look, it also looks like it wants to pop up. That's what I'm saying. So, wow, this is actually a really crazy move. It would be 2% to the point of control. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I think that if we kind of imagine roughly, I think it's going to go like this. That's what I think is going to happen. All right. I'm going to just put a little mark right here and then put a mark right there with the first mark here. That's me paper trading with myself. But long term, I mean, it is kind of already scooting over. It does have a lot of massive levels it needs to reclaim. But the first thing it needs to do, guys, is, because this isn't an uptrend. You see what I mean? Like, this is such that is not going to last. Look at like the width of this uptrend here. Okay. What we have here, that is not an uptrend. All right. So it could become an uptrend if it comes down, which it is probably going to do. Look at the momentum wave. All right. Already at the top, coming down. All right. If it comes here and puts in a higher low and then comes up and then comes up and then comes up, and then we're structurally talking about an uptrend. But this is not an uptrend, which is why I think it's very likely for it to come down below this level. We get that scalp short. Hopefully it puts in a higher low, and then we can talk bullish narrative. But structurally speaking, it still has to come down and put in a higher low, because this isn't going to fly for an uptrend. It will come down to plant its feet. That's facts. All right. There you go, guys. I'm coming back for 50 minutes for the members only live stream. It's much different than the normal show. No news, no nonsense, just the Telegram trading group lesson. All the charts, all the concepts, open Q&A in the last half. That's it. So guys, make sure you become a member to the channel. You can't become a member if you're on your phone. You can only become a member if you're on your laptop or desktop, but make sure you don't miss the members only stream. I got a pretty cool lesson plan for you guys. I want to teach you all everything I know about crypto so you can fish by yourself. You can go out there and find your own trades. You won't need anyone's help. That's where the level I want to get you guys to. But that takes time. That takes years of practice and patience and repetition and just putting in the work. I want to help you guys put in the work. If you're coming to the members only live stream, I want a pen and a blank piece of paper, and I want you to take notes and get to work. We're going to go over all the charts from the Telegram group. You guys rock. Smash the like button on your way out the door. You guys are amazing. Become a member of the channel. If you're not a member of the channel, and I won't see you, I probably will see you Sunday for the gaming and trading live stream. And I'm pretty sure I will be streaming Monday from Barcelona. But if I don't stream Monday, I'll definitely stream Tuesday. I still got to figure out like the time difference and the space we're in. I have a lot of figuring out to do because I'm flying. I've never been to Barcelona before, and I'm flying there for the first time in my life tomorrow. So I will certainly have normal content set up for you guys. But what time Sunday, I don't know because I don't understand the time difference yet. So I will let you know either on like a YouTube when you do like a little post on YouTube, or either by Twitter or in the Telegram group. And I will put out all those tweets and let you guys know what time. So there you go. I love you guys. Get rich or get wrecked. Talk to you later. Peace. See you in less than an hour.